Welcome to a spirit animal message. And for the beginning of this message, we come to independence. Independent cat. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. And I think of how these eyes are, there's like this emphasis of this inner knowing. This energy of independent is also this thought of sovereignty, the recognition and claiming of an inherent power and authority over your spiritual life. So independence, when I was doing this, I was feeling this leader, and then I rolled the dice and I had gotten 1. So there was just this 1 new beginning leader energy. And then highly selective when choosing friends is something you don't have like a huge circle. You may be in this space where you've been a single person for a long period of time, but it's been for a reason. It's been about you maturing into your more whole and complete version of self within, and that's what you are that's what shines into the world from you, and you're on the move. I think of how we just had this like really quick sound of a motor and this sovereignty energy, things moving forward for you. And that's what this whole reading is about, is you stepping into your power and things moving. We come next to the grizzly bear. Power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. And then this bear has a fish, a salmon in its mouth, which is the symbolism for prosperity. This animal is going to spawn. And this creature, which is a representation of that greatness, that power that we put towards something, being capable of grabbing something of that kind of potential that is meant to, go through this transition of birthing all of these salmon. And this bear having that natural ability, that leader, that desire that determination to take care of itself, gets this salmon. So awakened intuition and introspection combined with primordial power, perseverance, protective foundations going through a transformation. And then we have sea turtle, protection. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. So being in flow, feeling this achievement within what you're doing in the present moment, feeling fulfillment within what you're doing, knowing the art to a happier self, carrying your home within who you are in the present moment. No matter where you are, you can, come home to yourself and utilize your present moment to something of value that is this in this flow state of life, and it's just in the flow state of you have this inner marriage, this inner sovereignty of self. You have recently come into your power in its full, and you're emerging into a greater version of yourself. We're starting out with for tarot, the Father of Swords, being your own leader, gaining the wisdom that is required so that you can wield your sword of communication in a confident way. The owl itself is a symbolism for greater wisdom. So when you speak with this flow state of greater wisdom, very intelligent energy. The way that the sword is in this rainbow coloring, the harmony that comes out of you through your communication is very strong, and you have the best intentions when you're wielding your sword of communication, even when it's setting boundaries. And then we have a confirmation card to that, which is Seven of Swords. So, speaking up for others and yourself. Being prepared and ready to stand up for yourself when needed, no matter who is coming at you. And you wield this harmony within your communication, and no matter if it's for you or when you're defending another. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, a feeling of loss of some sort, strong emotions of who or what has of what had gone or what hadn't worked out. This is something that's crossing you. It's not to say that this is, but you're releasing this. You're nurturing yourself through a time where you just don't feel you're not with anyone. You kind of feel like there's no one out there for you, possibly. But you're nurturing yourself, and you're nurturing that there's greater fulfillment out there for you. You just may not know who that could be, and you just feel maybe perhaps in this lack mentality a little bit about it, because maybe it's because you've been single for quite some time, is something I also feel. For those that will be resonating with this. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Magician, which we have this generosity, dependability, taking great care of yourself, coming into your power. This is the Magician with the Queen of Pentacles. This is you coming into your power, reopening your connection to your truth, to your spiritual self, nurturing yourself. So your destiny is to come into your power and manifest the greatest potential, the grounded version of the greatest potential of you, connected to the natural world. So this could be a healing arts of some sort. This could be doing what I'm doing right here, where you're strongly intuitive, working with the all around you. In the distant past, you have the Star, getting back to a state of flow with the Page of Pentacles, opening new beginnings in that space. So consistently opening these doors of new beginnings through being the Star version of yourself, of that hope and that healing. So you stepped into this very powerful version of yourself where you were the lead lead character of your life. People look to you for inspiration, and there's even this admiration. I think of just the words admiration come to mind. You're being admired by other people. In the distant past, you really stepped into your power, and people started really admiring what you were doing, giving you messages of, and there's been maybe even some form of energetic exchange between you and others, because of financial energetic exchange, through you stepping into your power. And this is also what you've been giving out by doing that. You yourself are sending out this potential that is woven into present moments of others' existence, which shift their thinking, and just it's the way life is woven together, right? And that greater potential, when we all work on ourselves, we affect the other self in a more positive and progressive way. But it's because we're always looking to those people who are more whole and complete within themselves. So when we reflect that into the world, that energy expands into the I am of another, because we are all, versions of self experiencing life in different creations. There's all these snowflakes of life. No one's life is meant to look exactly the same, and we're all learning to be in that love and harmony space within that diversity, while also remembering that we are a united consciousness, and you're uniting people through that unity of consciousness by reflecting this more whole and complete version of yourself into the world. In the more recent past, you have the sun and the temperance. Divine timing, clarity. We have my bird Vocals here, and that is my dog Buttercup. And she's just letting people know, if you get too close to our house, buckle up, Buttercup. And then I have my other dog, Peanut, barking. He's a Chihuahua, and he is 6 months old. And if you put their names together, it's Peanut Buttercup. And I've got this. She is less than a year old. She was born around Valentine's Day, and her name is Vocals. And her sister is over on the table near me, and her name is Guitar. And they were both born around Valentine's Day. So I just think that's interesting, because I really feel like you're bringing in a divine partner also. You're feeling healthier on the inside and out. Yellow roses may be significant. I think of how when you work in flow with the universe, you are this flower of life. You are this blooming version of your existence in this expansive way, versus, a fixed version of way. You are in flow with the universe. Your future influences is the Father of Pentacles. And I love this stag, and I love how there's this strong connection, strong, confident male, masculine energy. And then we have the King of Cups, a strong, nurturing energy. The King of Pentacles is an energy of wealth and generosity, upholding healthy boundaries, feeling fulfilled and successful in your life. the Seven of Pentacles, hard work, what you have been studying and practicing is leading to success, cultivating a spiritual practice. Six of Wands, victory, recognition. You are leveling up in all areas of life, being recognized, starting a relationship also with a strong partner, possibly someone that you meet while out socializing somehow, meeting a partner, a new partner, while like through friends possibly. And then we have this Ace of Wands, so this strong new beginning for a connection. A passionate relationship begins, moving into a new phase with the world, of being a new phase, ending a cycle where possibly you were single for some time and then moving into a cycle where you'll be in a relationship. And this could be, and somehow it's a connection through friends, and this could also be someone you know potentially already, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. And then in this world, with this world, we have celebrate where you are now, celebrating where you are. And that's part of what maybe is in your future. And that, because this was like a confirmation. This card, I used 2 tarot decks, and I initially used these ones, but then I asked for a further confirmation for the future influences, and I had gotten the World for the influences based on the cards that had came out. And it was, to me, you see how this person is emerging from, it looks like another planet and going into another dimension of self, passing through a portal where there's just so much potential of new beginning, because this person is coming out, you see how they're coming out so strong, arms up, like they've been preparing for this transition for quite some time, where, you know, this is that gift of transition. This is that gift of celebrating yourself in this time. And I think that that's when, in that process, in that space of celebrating yourself, continuously working on your what you're putting out into the world, and being that whole and complete version of self through going out and how you're engaging with others, you also start a new beginning in a relationship, in a romantic connection. And then for your environment, you have the 9 of Cups with the Magician. So this is the first set of cards that I pulled for this, and it was a new level of happiness. Also manifesting, you're coming into your power. That's the perspective. The perspective is that your wish fulfillment of all the work that you've put in, all the manifesting of yourself, working on yourself, putting that positive potential within to yourself on a moment-to-moment basis. You know, the what you had cultivated and alchemized within yourself has brought you a wish fulfillment of internal sovereignty of this. You see the blue, and you go into the purple, the higher parts of the energy body, you know, of the blue, the throat chakra. You may be, you know, using your voice quite a lot, going into, you know, these higher vibrational colors of like the purple and like the pink of the third eye, and going into your crown. So This is you manifesting that inner harmony. Also, I also pulled a confirmation of, you know, what these cards, and then I got the Nine of Cups again, but this time it came out with the Three of Pentacles. So I also see this as again, a confirmation of leveling up in your happiness, collaborating with the universe, collaborating, leveling up in partnership and connections coming into your life, and you collaborating. People who motivate you, inspire you, leads to a romantic connection. Also, manifesting this new connection is also this a perception, a perspective. I apologize, I couldn't think of the word. The perspective. And then for the environment, I have the Knight of Pentacles, which we get. See, we have the stag, this spiritual creature, grounded creature, masculine creature, long-term success. Not quickly, it's already gone through the process. It's the night. It's bringing back that element of earth. It already knows. It's already gone through that alchemical process where it's grounded within. It's connected to the earth and the sky, and it is moving forward confidently in that space. So moving into your future, you know, you're slowly working into this long-term success financially. You may be feeling in your environment, it's also, there's this, the way that the environment is feeding your mind, there may be a stagnancy going on around you, but you're not paying attention to the stagnancy that's going on around you. You're paying attention to this energy of what's coming into for you. You feel it. You feel this energy of more positive potential coming in for you. There may be things going on around you that may be trying to distract you and keep you from your greater potential, but you're not allowing that to happen. You're leading yourself in this, it's like a slow and steady pace. I think of how this night is the slower of the nights, but it is that one that leads to greater prosperity. So that's what this is. You're putting in work incrementally that's leading to a greater prosperity. And also you feel this potential of love and possibility coming into your life, despite anything that may not look like it's going anywhere. And it says, get excited now for what's coming in for you. Spirit is leading you to the potential right for you and out of a time you had been single. So get excited, feel safe within that space, I think is a message. Your feelings, I have the Temperance, Harmony, Divine Timing. The universe is bringing you a romance with this Ace of, oh, I apologize, that was an accident to pick it up that way. This Ace of Wands. The universe is bringing you you feel it. You feel this reconciliation within yourself. You feel this reconciliation within your own being. Loving yourself. You truly feel this love for life also. You are in this energy of receiving. You feel a reconciliation coming in also, and it's gonna spark this new beginning, and you're excited about it. You are excited. That's the feelings. There is romance into your life, and you're learning to trust that potential, which opens you to clear alignment, feeling the exciting new beginning. You're ready for the next step. Accepting self. This is a positive possibility. Then we have, for the final results, the Judgment. I just want to show everything. The Judgment with the 9 of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So you got this strong representation of a masculine and feminine energy within the same suit. So not only is this a reflection of a relationship in its energy, also this is a reflection of this connection coming in, where a divine masculine and a divine feminine come together. This Page of Cups is this representation of news of new love beginning. And then this 9 of Pentacles, this is a representation of that energy that is here right now. The one that is watching this, you know, you are just being yourself. You are being that whole and complete, in your power version of yourself, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, being that person that, you know, truly takes care of yourself and those that are around you. How you care about yourself is how you would care about another. You're focused on your world and how you're building that world for yourself, because you yourself have gone through an awakening. You yourself have gone through this time where that was that single period of assessing and reassessing and coming into the greater potential that you knew what was in you, so that you could be that of what you would prefer in another also, which is what's happening now. I feel is this all the time that you've been single, all the time that all the, you know, work that you put into yourself, the way that you still show up to the world, and you're in this greater potential of self too, because of the way that you are embodying this flow, that flower of self. I think about how when we are in flow, we are the flower. We are the flower of life. Right here on my chest, we are that flower. We are the expanding potential, which is that effect, not only of how it affects us in that present moment of being in that greater potential of self, but that mirror of how it reflects into another to be the same and choose greater choices, better choices, more self-nurturing choices, which leads to those greater thoughts and feelings and intentions for the self, and how that self affects the other selves. So, which then you have this great new love moving into the future. And then we have the Queen and King of Pentacles, bringing in a grounded relationship, awakening, accepting, success, enjoyment, nurturing and long-lasting relationship, bringing in a relationship where both of you feel secure and prosperous within this relationship. You both bring something to the table that really nurtures each other, and you're both probably very grounded, complement each other, power couple. This is also represents how strong this connection is, the masculine and feminine of Pentacles expanding and growing together after a time where you've been single and becoming your authentic self. You're bringing in new prosperity. So this is not just about the relationship. You yourself are bringing expanded versions of prosperity. The potential person that you're bringing in, that this person is also very prosperous and they are a whole and complete version of themselves. So that is why this connection is so beautiful, and the way that you complement each other, the way that you come in together in this harmony space, moving into the future. A new partner, a beautiful new journey with a new partner. And I have grabbed this apex. So, and an apex personality, someone who is very strong, someone who leads, someone who has, and I think about how this is the pyrite and the obsidian. So, you know, prosperous, growth, grounded, protective, connected, very grounded. I just want to see a number comes out. What number comes out? 1. Yeah, see, the 1 came out. It's a dice. You can't really see it, but it's a rose quartz dice. And I'm speaking of all these new beginnings, and I'm feeling this energy of new beginnings. During the process of this reading, I had felt the same thing, and I had rolled this dice and got the same thing, a 1. And then later in the reading, when I had before I had gotten the 4 of Cups, I had gotten the 4, which I feel is when you are in that space of releasing, you know, old mindsets or what is holding you back, the things that are stagnant. That's when you're in that transitionary space, and that's where you are right now. You're in your transitionary space where you're looking less at the things that are keeping you more in that stagnant space, and you're looking and feeling that energy of positive potential coming in for you. I'd like to pull a card from the 42 ideals of Ma'at in daily life, and I just see 3311 on my timer, which I think of 11 as that masculine. It can be a representation of the masculine or the feminine. So that's that harmony of the masculine and feminine within spirit. I offer words of good intent. I offer words of good intent. And this is from, like I was just saying, the 42 ideals of Ma'at. These are the 42 commandments that of the Egyptian era. And I have a book I'd like to read, the depth of this card that really gives you the full introspection of what this represents in a better way than I really ever could, and why reinvent the wheel when this is just so beautiful every time. I love reading these. I learn doing this, so I offer words of good intent, and that is the card 11. So again, 3311, and then the card that comes out is 11. And just so you know, I'm not, see, 11. I offer words of good intent. So coming into union coming into union with yourself. You've come into union with yourself, and you're also now reflecting that by bringing in a divine partner that is gonna match your mojo. I offer words of good intent. In geometry, a fractal is a never-ending, infinitely complex series of patterns self-similar across varying scales. Life, language, and the language by which we live our life can be considered a fractal of sorts, a replication of infinity expressed through the kaleidoscope of consciousness perceived through the human lens. Language, a powerful tool which we can find guidance to navigate infinity, and how we actively and mindfully participate in reality is the punctuation to our life sentence. A consciously chosen vocabulary has the power to create worlds within our words. Vocabulary has the power to create worlds within our words. I repeated myself, I apologize. Because maybe there's a reason. Emphasis on that sentence. Because if you look beyond the surface of the sound and symbol and dig more deeply, there are hidden fractals to every term. How we define a word is its seed, but its etymology gives its roots, and from these roots the seed finds nourishment to find its soul, as light gives spirit to the life expressed. The Human Body is a Symbolism by Manly P. Hall discusses the notion of esoteric languages such as Hebrew being written and read from right to left because the intention is for the words to be received in the direction of the heart. That's really interesting. Let me just think. I don't mean to stop, but I just want to from right to left. That's interesting because recently I've been doing this thing where when I'm looking at symbols, and I didn't even know that that was the right way to read them, but the words for like hieroglyphics, different symbolism. When I was trying to read them, there was different tablets. I was reading tablets, and something in my mind was like, no, you're reading it the wrong way, because I was reading it from left to right, and something in was like, no, read the sentences or read the symbols from left to right. Or I apologize. From right to left, I mean. And it's just funny because it was just this intuitive moment, and now I see it here. A consciously chosen vocabulary has the power to create worlds within our worlds. Here we go again. Because if you look beyond the surface of the sound and symbol and dig more deeply, there are hidden fractals to every term. How we define a word is its seed, but its etymology gives its roots. From these roots, the seeds find nourishment to feed its soul, as light gives spirit to the life expressed. The Human Body in Symbolism by Manly P. Hall discusses the notion of esoteric languages such as Hebrew being written and read from right to left because the intention is for the words to be received in the direction of the heart. Hall further elucidates that Egyptian hieroglyphics, and I didn't even get to this part yet, were placed on columns that could be read from left to right or from right to left, perhaps because of an emphasis placed on balance. Okay, so each way is the right way, so I didn't know that. Perhaps, and I read this probably several times. That's probably why, lessons learned. Perhaps because of an emphasis placed on balance of the masculine and feminine mind. So this way and I think about how you have your right-handed practicing with your left could balance more and work that side of your body and brain to bring harmony with what you're capable from your right and your left, pushing your weaknesses. Perhaps because of an emphasis placed on balance of the masculine and feminine mind, language expressed as a synthesis of both hemispheres and a unification of the heart, body, and mental faculties. Being a living expression of the ideal to offer words of good intent means understanding that our living word is the light of our life shines, and intentional language illumines infinite potential for growth and evolution. So, intentional languages, intentional, and that was what I was saying, intention earlier, and I was saying your wish fulfillment could be coming through your voice. You know, your words are so, they illumine potential. They illuminate potential in another, and not just for another. They, like, you illuminate potential for yourself. You inspire yourself, and you're inspiring others, and you're also bringing in so many forms of wish fulfillment. And I would like to say congratulations. Balloons, success, liberation, freedom, those balloons, finances. You know, I wish I had little balloons just popping up all over the screen right now of just words of positive affirmations. Just throwing them at the screen. If I could find someone, I'm not a very digital person. I'm learning the business side of potentially ever receiving money as a reader. Something I've not ever done. I've not ever been paid to give a personal reading. However, in this video, I would like to just put it out there that I did put a donation button should anyone want to donate to this channel and help support me and this channel on my journey, because the readings are only one seed of a greater vision, or one part of a greater vision for myself moving forward. Doing readings and being more self-accepting of myself, and expanding myself and the potential I can be in myself, utilizing various things that bring in and enhance intuition and expansion of our consciousness and intuition. Thank you for those that come. And also, you can also purchase a private reading, a personal reading. Also, there's a direct link to my webpage on my YouTube channel. There is a website where you can purchase a personal reading. As far as I know, it is working. Let me know if that is ever an issue and somebody is trying to purchase a reading. It's pretty reasonable, and I know that I'm building my credibility with the world outside of myself and with, you know, my abilities. Thank you for coming to this message, and congratulations to those that are resonating to this message. I myself am resonating to this message because I myself feel like I am coming into my power, and it's been a slow progression in learning to be that form of myself. So thank you to anyone out there that has been supporting me in this channel already. Know that you have really been keeping me strong when I've felt just transformation. Let's just say I'm going through a lot of transformation myself. I'll be moving into next year. I won't be living in the same place. So lots of change for me and this channel moving into the future. I look forward to it because it's only positive, progressive possibilities I feel for the collective that is here right now. So thank you, and live in peace.